Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm Bette McCarthy, and as chair of the Barnstable Old Kings Highway Historic Committee, I'd like to call this meeting to order. And this meeting of the Old Kings Highway Historic District Committee is being recorded, and it's broadcast on the Town of Barnstable Government Access Channel. And in accordance with Massachusetts general laws of Chapter 30A, Section 20, the chair must inquire whether anyone else is recording this meeting, and if so, would they please let us know about that? Okay, all right. Apparently no one else is recording it. That's good. All right. So to all persons deemed interested or affected by the Town of Barnstable Old Kings Highway Historic District Act under Section 9 of Chapter 470, Acts of 1973, as amended, you are hereby notified that a hearing will be held tonight on the applications listed on the agenda for November 12th, 2025. And this meeting will be held remotely. And we'd like to remind all applicants and audience members that we are an elected volunteer committee following the guidelines of the Town of Barnstable Old Kings Highway Historic District Act. And any applicant or interested party who is aggrieved by a decision of this committee, they have a right to appeal the decision to the Old Kings Highway Regional Historic Commission. And we ask that during this evening's proceedings, cell phones be turned off and conversations other than those before the committee take place outside of this remote meeting. And when an applicant is called, we ask that the applicant and all interested parties identify themselves. And lastly, as best practice for meetings that are held remotely, where we may not be able to visually identify who's speaking, we ask that all committee members and participants to identify themselves before making any motions or comments. Online audience members wishing to participate during the public section of the hearing can use the raised hand button to notify the chair. And dial-ins audience members wishing to participate during the public comment section of the hearing should press *9 on their phones to notify the chair. And all participants will be muted, and you must be recognized by the chair in order to participate. So our first order of business this evening is to do a roll call attendance. So we'll do that now. Leslie Wallace.
Here.
Ryan Caholen.
Here.
Wendy Schuck.
Here.
And Bette McCarthy here. So, all right. So we'll now proceed with our applicants. And our first applicant is Doreen and Kevin Hunt of 558 Cedar Street, West Barnstable, map 109, parcel 048. And this was built in 1975. And they wish to convert the barn into an ADU, auxiliary department unit. Dwelling unit. So in order for this to proceed, we need to open a public hearing.
Okay, this is Wendy Schuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Second, Leslie Wallace.
Oh,
Okay.
You go.
And a
Ryan
roll call
Caholen, I'll
vote. All right. Leslie Wallace.
Aye.
Ryan Caholen.
aye.
Wendy Schuck.
Aye.
And Bette McCarthy, aye. So now we would like the applicant or their representative for the 558 Cedar Street project.
This is Erica Brown. It looks like Kevin Hunt is on. Kevin, it looks like you're muted. If you'd like to unmute yourself.
About now.
We can hear you now.
Kevin Hunt here.
All right, Mr. Hunt, would you describe the project?
The house, our main house was built in 75. The barn was built, I believe about 5 years ago by Scott Peacock, and we want to convert it to an ADU. Yeah, and so this is obviously a picture of the unit as it exists. Oh, no, this is a proposed finished unit. Right now, there are two garage doors where you see the four windows. And that's really the only change that you're going to see. The main entryway door stays. A small weather guard is going to be put on top. Gutters and but that's really the only thing you're going to see from the street. The only change you'll know.
All right. So, are the materials going to match the house? Would you talk about that?
Yeah, it's already got clapboards. The barn already has clapboards. They're painted to match the house. And so all the other finishes will basically match the existing house.
All right. All right.
Yeah, everything has already been finished. There won't be much change that you'll be able to see from the street, really.
All right. Why don't we have some committee comments regarding that? Leslie?
Yeah, and it's set back a bit. I think it's appropriate.
All right.
There isn't much change other than the windows and the little weather thing above the front door.
Okay. Ryan, would you like to comment?
Yeah, I agree with Leslie. It's set back. Yeah, changes are minimal, really. I think it's going to give it a good look. I think it's appropriate.
Thank you. Wendy?
Yeah, I feel the same way. So just one question. So the windows will be like a 6/6, and that's what you have in your house today. So it'll match the house, I think. Is that right? Is that
Yep,
recall?
that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it blends nicely with the house. I think it blends nicely with the neighborhood. So I don't have any exceptions. I think it will be a nice a nice ADU that blends in well.
All right. Thank you, Wendy. And this is Bette McCarthy. I agree with the committee comments, and it's set back so far. It's barely visible. So I see no issues at all with this conversion. Let's see if there's anybody in the public wishing to make a comment.
Chair, this is Erica Brown. I do not see anyone wishing to make a comment at this time.
All right, then. Well, let's close the public hearing portion of this application.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
Ryan Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
and Bette McCarthy. Aye. So now we need a motion.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for Doreen and Kevin Hunt, 558 Cedar Street, West Barnstable, map 109, parcel 048, built 1975, as submitted.
Ryan Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
and Bette McCarthy. Aye. So thank you very much, Mr. Hunt. You're all set.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Take care.
All right. Our next application is for the Cape Cod Model Railroad Club and Museum, and that's at 2461 Meeting House Way, West Barnstable, map 155, parcel 035. And it is to restore the appearance of the New Haven baggage car to the period between 1954 and 1968. So for this application, we need to open a public hearing.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Ryan Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
and Beth McCarthy. Aye. So is the representative for the Cape Cod Model Railroad available?
Here, this is Erica Brown. Chris, Chris is on. Chris, if you'd like to unmute yourself.
How's that? Can you hear now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right. All right. Would you describe what you plan for this?
Essentially, after doing some research, which we sort of outlined in our application and adjunct to it, we've tried to actually find how this actually looked when it was actually in service, and we believe that sort of one of the steps toward us either assembling or getting some recognition out there. We've talked with Erica and got some ideas of um, how to apply perhaps for an area on the preservation list or something like that, and bring that back to Old Kings Highway. We wanted to have it look with the more iconic New Haven logo that it actually was in at some time, especially since the active working railroad across the parking lot has done that as well. So that essentially is the background, and where we've been spending considerable time trying to do the research and locate about the baggage car. And what we do know is that we think it's the oldest example of its kind that's still available and in condition, of about six that have survived of the original 149. So bringing it back up to how it actually looked, it was more recognizable, and finding the appropriate colors through the color chart that's been devised by the New Haven Technical Committee was rather important. It's an important step to establish, I think, with Old Kings Highway, if we want to try and ensure that it lives for the next generation.
Okay. All right. Does that conclude your remarks?
I can't really think of anything else. I mean, everything that I have is more or less in
Okay.
the
All
first,
right.
All
right. Let's have some committee remarks then. Ryan.
I had a feeling you would go to me first. So I think aside from the fact that it's still on an active siding, which is still connected and part of the general railroad transportation system, I believe that exempts this from anything. However, I think what Mr. Hall laid out, I think further builds on what is taking place at that part of West Barnstable. We all know the train station recently was the recipient of funding to do a lot of work to reconstruct that, and I think it's only appropriate for this rail car to see a similar treatment. That's a very it's a very desired destination for a lot of people that visit Barnstable, that visit West Barnstable. I applaud Mr. Hall doing most of this work on his own time with his membership. I think it's completely appropriate.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ryan. Wendy, would you like to comment?
Yeah, and just a few questions. So, the rail car will stay in its current location, is that right?
Absolutely. One of the things that I'm really trying to explore right now is how to best protect it for the next generation. Erica, thank you for leading me in the right direction. And I think that I certainly know this is the first place to go, is to get very close um to the Old Kings Highway, because I do fear that, as we are sort of the kids club of Cape Cod, for example, where most of our original members have now passed on, that, this could, if something happened, could suddenly disappear before anybody even knew about it. And part of that is because it's important to, what I found out tonight is that in every definition, we are a structure, not a building. So, and while the Old Village store and the train station are registered with the Massachusetts Historic Association, we are not. And again, there's also things that Mr. Colham pointed out, that we're on an active line, and I think that I suspect that the authorities would probably like that to be cut off to make sure that their liability is further reduced as well,
Yeah.
which is so. Yeah, that's basically, this is hopefully the beginning of working with you to find what the best recourse is to protect some important history.
Yep. Okay, and then that caboose, think it's a caboose that's next to it, so the two of them will just be kind of side by side, they'll stay, yeah?
Absolutely, we're not
Yep.
looking to. I mean, we at some point have talked about moving to the other side of
Yeah,
the parking lot, but that really is all that would revolve around a whole bunch of people
I can imagine.
getting it.
Um,
We'd be coming back to you for that as
yeah, okay. And so the color, the two pictures that we're looking at right now, is that green or black? It's red, obviously. Is that
It is.
green?
This is a black, actually.
Oh, it is black. Okay.
It is black. It's not it is currently hunter green, or
Yeah,
even hunter green, but the black that went with this was sort of was not, leads towards the green, but they didn't specify exactly which, anything on black. They just said
right.
black is black.
Okay. And just one other question, just out of curiosity. I mean, I think the color scheme will fit in nicely with that caboose in the village store. So I don't take any exception, but just curious, like, why choose this 1950 to 60 time period as opposed to, because I think the car itself was built much before that, right?
Mhm, mhm. A few reasons. First off is that the uh, actual rebranding of which this was actually subject to is rather iconic in American in the history of Madison Avenue. We sort of got exposed to that with things like Mad Men, and you can see that with the railroad as well. That it's not just our local railroad, which has restored their engines and had them repainted at considerable cost to mimic the livery of a railroad that's been dead for 57 years, but also the Connecticut Department of Transportation and a number of private groups as well. So it was that it was striking. It was that it was unusual for many railroads as well. They're not particularly. They didn't start to get striking. Prior to this, they were basically just formally lettered in an unassuming font and as
Mhm.
darker color as possible because they were going to get dirty. So
Right. Oh, that makes sense.
the
Yeah.
history behind it really sort of led to some interesting things, and that's very much celebrated in the railroad station across the parking lot as well. The
Okay.
It is become sort of an iconic brand. So it's that was the thing, was finding it and finding a way that we to link the two, that it had been looked like this as well.
Okay. Great. Thank you. I have no other questions, Bet.
Okay, thanks, Wendy. Leslie, what are your comments?
I'm excited. I think this is great, and I consider it like a museum. And you have to keep some kind of, I don't know, you know, the old fashioned and looking so beautiful, so generations can appreciate it. And people do come into that and look at these trains and the train station. And I think it's a wonderful addition. So, and I love the colors. I think that's great. It's going to stand out good.
I think it will hopefully attract a little more
All
attention
right.
Yeah,
to the parking lot. And I think it should be mentioned that of the three model railroad clubs that are still still here on Cape Cod, we're the sort of kids club. And we found, so when we sort of moved over in about 11 years ago, we found about half our membership were kids who were somewhere on the spectrum, usually on the autistic spectrum, mostly boys, and the other half were just your normal local kids who just love trains, and which in itself can be kind of odd, as it were. So we're trying to find a bit more of a correlation between that and try and figure out why some boys, who are on the spectrum really are just train crazy because their parents don't really understand, and we've provided a safe space for them. So,
well, I have an autistic son, and they do focus on train, dinosaur, different things, and they become quite knowledgeable about whatever subject they've hooked on to. So when you said that, I wasn't a bit surprised.
it really has. It has been a wonderful journey of discovery. And the you know, first president of the youth club in 2014 is now 25, and he's a conductor on the Norfolk and Western Hope. And he was really didn't make eye contact with anybody when he first came to the club. So I think that the positive effects of what we can, again, a small community like ours can bring, is really good.
Okay. This is Bette McCarthy, and when I, visited the spot, the one thing that occurred to me is there were so many reds, and the village store is one shade.
Yep.
I thought the car is on the orangey side, and then there was another red, and I just, in my opinion, I feel a true red would be better rather than a red orange. Something more apple red or than an orange. What was the original color? Do you know? Was it that orange red, or was it more a scarlet?
We have it right here. Maybe we can. It actually.
Yeah, I think Erica has it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in several, but in almost all of them, they say red.
Yeah.
All right. There were just so many different reds in that complex that that orangey color jumped out at me, not quite being consistent with the other reds that are there. But if this is the true color to match what was original, I'm okay with it.
Okay. I should point out at the same time, I mean, they've given us in here, I think I gave you probably the one that I located, but this one, they all say red orange, but this one, as you can see, is really a bit more on the red side than, for example, this one here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they were using four things over there and there were four different shades, I'm not sure if anybody's going to really quibble if we're using the reddish shade of the orange that they have, which is closer to the red than an orange. Would that help?
All right.
And again, the stairs to be painted black again, so to remove the sort of conflict of.
All right.
They're sort of gray right now.
All right then. Let's see if there's any members of the public out there wishing to make a comment on this project.
Chair, this is Erica Brown. I do not see anyone from the public wishing to make comment at this time.
Okay. Well, then we'll need to close the public hearing portion.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
Ryan Cohen, else.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
and Beth McCarthy. Aye. So now we need a motion for to accept the project.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for Cape Cod Model Railroad Club and Museum, 2461 Meeting House Way, West Barnstable, map 155, parcel 035, as submitted.
Ryan Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
and Beth McCarthy. Aye. All right. Good luck with your project.
Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good
luck.
Right. Our next item for this evening is for the Barnstable House LLC, 3010 Main Street, Barnstable, map 279, parcel 021, built in 1716. And it's to lift the existing 20 by 25 feet barn and per FEMA regulations, and to replace the windows and doors, and to add a 25 square foot portico with 2 steps. So we need to open a public hearing.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Ryan Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. Roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
and Beth McCarthy. Aye. So is the applicant available to discuss the lifting the barn for the Barnstable House?
Yes, for the record, I'm Marion Rose. I'm an attorney in Dennisport, and I'm here on behalf of the project. Also with me are Carrie Wood-Strumsky, who's the applicant, and Dan Ferguson, who's the architect. And Dan is who you'll hear mostly from. But I just wanted, since Dan is from out of town, I made the application and wanted to introduce the project. As you said, 3010 Barnstable House was built in 1716. We're focused here tonight on asking for a certificate of appropriateness for minor additions to the carriage house or barn. You'll probably hear us say carriage house and barn. We'll all the time we're referring to this building in front of you now. The purpose of the renovations is we're going to convert the barn to residential use. It has had a prior residential use in years past, and we think the barn is well over 100 years old. We're not exactly sure how old. The main house the Barnstable House is from 1716, and it is used for professional office space. As you can see, currently the barn is used for storage. I'm going to pass the wand over to Dan Ferguson now to talk about the changes that will be made or proposed here.
Hello. Hopefully you
We
can
can hear
hear.
you. Yep.
Great, thank you. I'm Dan Ferguson. I did the plans for the barn. And as Attorney Rose mentioned, due to the FEMA requirements, we have to lift the first floor elevation at least 2 feet. We're proposing 27 inches. To accomplish that, we need to put in 2 doors that will access that new 24-inch height change, as well as alter the existing barn doors so they look like they will actually operate. We will also be changing all the windows, pretty much in kind, and we're removing 1 window on the west side that allows us to get the stairs in. I've sort of dashed in where the stairs go from the first floor to the second, and that center existing window is in the way. And there's really no other place to put the stairs. We're also adding 2 windows to the first floor of the north elevation, which faces the back side of the property. All the new windows will be Andersons. There'll be simulated divided lights with the mutton bars or grills on the outside as well as the inside. There'll be painted white, the sash, the frames, and the trim to match what's there now. The existing siding will stay the same. The existing roofing will remain the same. And we have a detail of what the portico would look like. It's 4.5 by 5.5 feet. We're adding a required egress door to the south side elevation, which faces Barnstable, 6A. And we tried to keep that a very simple looking door so that it's a little more appropriate for an outbuilding rather than a front colonial entry. The portico door has lights in it with a panel below, and we're just trying to make everything match up with or complement the Barnstable house and look appropriate for the fabric of the Historic District Commission, district rather. I don't know what else there is to say, but happy to answer any questions.
Oh, all right. Very good. That's pretty comprehensive. Let's see what committee comments. Wendy, would you like to discuss this?
Sure. Yeah, I'm glad that you're able to, fix it up, and, I understand having to raise it up. I know that's a big expense, but it's nice that you're able to preserve the barn. I think it is appropriate. It matches the Barnstable house itself. It looks very similar to what is there today, obviously with a few exceptions. The only thing that I would comment on is that portico door. Um, for 100-year-old-ish looking building, I'm not sure that's the most appropriate door with all the lights in it. I think something, with lights on the top, but with all how many are there? 12 in there? I don't know how many lights you plan to put in there.
There are 12.
Yeah.
And there's a panel below those.
Yeah. I would prefer to see something more historic looking in the door. Um, so that would be
We were
my,
trying to avoid the embellishment of like a colonial front door. It's difficult to say that we could put a door or find a door that would look appropriate for a building that's 100 years old that um, would have like that 4 light over 6 panel door appearance. The other problem we have is we have no first floor windows or glazing on the east side of that building and no way to see who's coming up the front entry.
right, right. And I was thinking more something, a door that's got like just the 3 lights or a couple lights on the top of it instead of having 12. I think we see quite a few of those in the older homes down 6A. So that's my comment. I'd like to hear what the rest of the committee members have to say. But other than that, I think it's appropriate. I think the materials are appropriate. The look and feel of it is appropriate. And that large window, I don't think it can't be viewed from the road. So, I don't take any exception with that. It's just that the portico door would be my one
Oh,
comment.
Hi,
okay.
everyone. Hi, everyone. This is Carrie Woods. May I speak briefly? Hi,
Sure.
can you hear me? Great. Wendy,
All
I just
right.
wanted to, hi, I just wanted to add to what Dan was saying. One of the reasons we picked one of the other reasons we picked that 12 light door for that portico space was, I don't know if you can envision it, but that door faces the parking lot of the property. And the other 3 doors that are on the main structure, the Barnstable house, are all 12 light doors. So and they also all face the parking lot. So we were trying to keep those consistent. And then as you're standing on 6A facing the front of the Barnstable house, there's a more traditional colonial solid door, which is what we tried to match with this small door that you see facing 6A, the more traditional fixed panel colonial door. So I just wanted to make everyone aware that on the main structure, the 3 doors that face the parking lot that we use as for entrance and egress all have 12 light.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Ryan, would you like to comment?
Sure. I think the plans as proposed are reasonable and appropriate. Understand the 12 light because I don't think you have a lot of light coming in there otherwise. My questions are more on the raising of the structure. I assume you've had it evaluated to make sure it can support that type of move.
Carrie, I'll let you speak to that.
Yeah, we've had that evaluated. We've reached out to Ambrose Builders. They're down in, I think, Brewster, Harwich. They do a lot of, they do a lot of construction in general, but they also do a lot of house lifting. When I met with Ezra Ambrose, he seemed very confident that this would be an easy, what he referred to as an easy lift. As a person who does not work in construction, that seems surprising to me. I think it's kind of a big deal to lift a structure, but he, without trying to insult me, I think basically said, Carrie, this is like lifting a shed. This is nothing.
Okay. Because with a 27-inch lift, is there going to be any exposed foundation? I assume that they're pouring a new foundation under it to support it once it's up.
Yeah, I'm going to let Dan take that one if that's okay.
Ryan, we're going to be adding to the existing block foundation that's there.
Okay.
And what we intend to do is expose maybe 8 inches of foundation all the way around the building. Currently, the building sits really tight to the ground. There's only an inch or two of visible foundation. And we're trying to replicate that as closely as we can, but we don't want to have a sea of siding going all the way down and sort of exaggerating the lift, or we're trying to conceal that a little bit with 8 or 9 inches of exposed foundation, then the water table, and maybe an additional 3 or 4 courses of siding.
Yeah, I don't think additional siding would make sense, but I would propose a stone veneer to cover any additional exposure. As it sits today, I think it's reasonable. I think if all of a sudden we have 12 inches, 16 inches of exposed, block, I think that we're going to detract from the look it has today. So if that is going to be the case, whatever your final lift ends up being, your final exposure, I think if it's going to be greater than what is there today, I'd like to see that veneered over.
Well, we're trying our best to keep that exposed foundation to an absolute minimum. We can actually lower it some more. My concern is that we're just going to have a sea of siding there. We've got some issues with the foundation as it is. I'm not sure it's going to be very easy to add a veneer on there that's going to look appropriate without sticking out a whole lot further.
Hey, are you going to be lifting the parking lot at all to match the new height?
We can't. No.
Yeah. So, that's going to be, if you're talking a 27-inch lift, that seems to be an awful lot of exposed block.
No,
it's not
the siding.
27.
We're going to strap down the exterior sheathing over, I don't know, 16 inches of block. You won't see 27 inches of block.
Right. So, but that elevation I'm looking at right now, that means you're going to have an additional 1.5 feet almost under those windows, right?
We're expecting to have another 3 or 4 courses of siding plus the water table board, which is the horizontal trim board.
But what I'm saying is the proportion that I'm looking at today, right? As I drive by and I look at the proportion between the bottom of the sill in grade, the siding that's there today, if you're raising it that much, you're going to have to make that up with something, right? So that view right there, and I can't zoom in enough to count the number of courses of siding, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 ballpark. If you're going to add another 5, 6, 7 courses, what I'm saying is the proportions of siding below that window sill, something's not going to look right.
Well,
So
it's the way it's drawn is the way it will appear. And I think we've done a decent job trying to compensate for what we have to deal with raising the first floor elevation. If you look
yeah,
at the south elevation, which is the 6A side, I don't think it's offensive. And it's a concern of mine. I really don't want to see this thing sticking way out of the ground or looking exaggerated.
All right. And what about landscaping? I mean, I think,
Yeah.
landscaping around it might kind of solve that problem. You don't want any big bushes there, I don't think, but maybe something low that, would stay under the window line might help a little bit.
It's
Shrubs.
certainly a possibility. We haven't really proposed a landscape plan yet. The property itself needs like a master landscaping plan because
Yeah.
the municipal pump station out front is not really concealed at all. And it would be nice to think that at some point we'll come back with a landscaping plan that also includes dealing with the pump station out front.
yeah, I think unless there's something specific in the application that only allows so much visible foundation, I would be inclined to to vote nay. I'm concerned about how that's going to look. You have a very historic structure that I don't. I think we need to be careful about how much exposure we have on any new additional block foundation, particularly facing 6A. So unless we're going to say no more than, I'm making up the number, 6 inches of visible block, and we need to have something to hold you accountable to at the end of the day.
Well, what we're proposing is 8 inches.
Yep.
That's on the plan. And I forget what elevation it is. Yeah. On the east elevation, we're showing 8 inches. And to help avoid the exaggeration, we're also having the barn doors come down to grade level. They will not be floating 2 feet up in the air.
Right. But the elevation that faces 6A, what
Yes,
does that show?
that's 8 inches.
8 inches as well.
Yes, he doesn't show it. So, that's.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, the intent is it's going to be 8 inches all the way around. The grade
Okay.
is dead flat
Okay.
all the
Well,
way
provided
around.
that you do this work as proposed, I can get there. But
Okay, that's our
That's
absolute
fair.
intent in
Okay.
the purpose of doing the drawings. But,
Okay.
that's
All
what we're going to
right.
be doing.
All right. I think we haven't heard from Leslie on
Yeah,
this.
I know. I'm confused now. You're going to lift it up. And this is kind of to Ryan's. You're going to put more wood on the front. So rather than the 27 inches, it'll be 8-inch exposure. Is that how you're going to do it?
Correct.
Okay. And then the barn doors will be what, 6 inch or whatever longer. So they hit the ground.
The
more or
barn
less.
doors are actually going to be 27 inches longer.
So that'll hide any of the uplift.
Correct. And the intent is to try to make those doors look as convincingly as possible that they could be operable. So they may be an inch off of grade, finished grade.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I go by that Barnstable, and I know it's haunted, so I love it even more. Um, I don't know. If it's not notice 8 inches, I think I can live with. If that's what it's going to be, and the doors are going to be lowered, I think I can live with that and look all right.
All right. Thank you, Leslie. This is Bette McCarthy. I think you've explained pretty well what the renovations are. and explain that there'll only be a small amount of that foundation of visible in the front, the south-facing wall. And I think if you come back to us with a landscape, a plan for that, I think what you've submitted to us, in my estimation, is appropriate. So I think we should add to our, when we have our motion, that we will expect a landscape plan to come back. Let's see if there's any members of the public wanting to make a comment.
This is Erica Brown. I do not see anyone from the public wishing to comment at this time.
Okay, all right. So let's close our public hearing.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
Brian Caholen, I'll second.
All right, a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
and Bette McCarthy, aye. And so now we need a motion to accept the application.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for Barnstable House LLC, 3010 Main Street, Barnstable, map 279, parcel 021, built in 1716, with one modification to have a landscape plan submitted, otherwise as submitted.
Brian Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And let's do a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
and Bette McCarthy, aye. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hope it lifts okay and you don't have any major structural conditions. So good
Thank
luck.
you.
Thank you.
And if you ever want to come by and see some ghosts,
All
just
right. Thank you.
You betcha.
thanks.
All right. Let's go on to our next application. And it's for Margaret and Frank Andriakis of 51st Way, Barnstable map 301, parcel 046. And it's a new build, but it's to install 31 solar panels on the new build. The panel will be visible from the street, but they will be matte black, low profile, and will have a skirt for improved aesthetics. So we need to open a public hearing for this application.
This is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Brian Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
and Bette McCarthy, aye. So is the applicant or their representative available to show us what is proposed for 51st Way?
I'm here. This is Evan, owner of BD Electrical and Solar, and we are working with them on this project. And yeah, happy to talk you through it. So it's new construction. We're going to be putting panels on. The only visible roof plane is going to be the front roof plane, which is right there. Yep. Now it is a shed dormer, so it's a low pitch. So it's not going to be super visible from the street, but there's our layout there, of which I do have a secondary layout. Hypothetically, if you guys wanted it to be like consistent one direction, either portrait or landscape, we could do it just all in landscape or all in portrait, if that would be more aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, we're going to use all black panels, black skirt, black rails, with and it's going on a charcoal, pretty much black roof as well, asphalt roof. Yeah, and I mean, I think
Okay.
it blends nicely with what's there.
Okay. All right. Committee comments? Leslie?
Yeah, I looked at this and the roof is, I mean, the pitch, it's almost flat. And the only thing that you'd really see is that a garage or that little, yeah, that. And they're in the back. And also there's a lot of trees around the back, so I don't even think in the back, because there's always a house on the other street, could see too much.
Mm-hmm.
And the roof's dark. There's a lot of solar around that area, so I mean, it's done. I'm curious to see what everybody else says, but I don't think this is too bad because of the pitch of the roof and the color of the roof, and the one that you'd see the most is going to have it on there. So, but I'm curious to see what others will say.
All right. Thank you, Leslie. Ryan.
I have a photo of the front of the roof too, if you wanted to see it as the new construction looks.
Yeah, do that.
That would help. Let's see.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, Evan. I just need to give you permissions to share.
Okay.
Okay, you should be able to share your screen, Evan.
Yep. Yeah. So, are you guys able to see my screen?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the front of the house. This was a while ago. It's gone a long way since then. So this is the roof plane up here that you would be the solar would be on.
The top one.
Yeah, the top one.
Yeah.
And not on here.
No.
Nothing here.
Yeah.
Nothing on this side.
Yeah.
So just the top back of this. And then the back side.
Yeah. But there's a lot of trees in the back too.
Yeah, these guys up here are pretty good sized trees. And then over here, as far as seeing it from the other side too. Yeah. And then, I mean, I don't need to argue it at all, but I mean, even here, actually, you can kind of see the neighbors.
Yeah.
Got solar over there. So both sides of them have solar already.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, we're going to install a better looking solar system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
We already ran the wiring just in case, because you kind of need to do that now with new construction anyway. So as far as conduit goes, there'll be no conduit. Everything's interior. So all the wiring's already run, ready to go for when hypothetically they can do solar. So that's just going to be, no wires going over the ridges, over the eaves or anything like that.
Okay. All right. Wendy, would you like to comment on this?
Yeah, I agree with Leslie. I mean, I think because of the pitch of the roof, I think you're barely going to see it. There's really nothing on the front of the house. It's a dark roof. So, and there are neighbors on either side, as you said, that have solar. So I don't have no exceptions from me. I think it's appropriate.
All right, good. Thank you. Brian.
I think we're pretty close to meeting the requirements of the solar exemption anyway, with what's being proposed. That top array, I think the drawing shows, the top panels one direction, in portrait, the other panels in landscape. Can we just agree to set those into a actual rectangle, one way or the other, because it looks a little bit staggered. But I just want, as long as it's a pure rectangle, I'm good. I don't really care which way you lay them.
Yeah, here my sharing's turned off, but I have a alternative layout of which they'll all be in landscape in a rectangle.
Yeah. I mean, so with that, you meet every part of the solar exemption anyway, so you're good to go, at least as far as I'm concerned.
All right. Thank you, Brian. And this is Bette McCarthy, and I agree with the pitch. I do not believe it will be visible at all, and it really pretty much would be almost meeting all the guidelines for an exception. So I have no. I'd like the last thing you mentioned, that you had a layout that would be a perfect rectangle, and I would endorse that. So let's see if there are any members of the public wishing to comment.
Chair, this is Erica Brown. It does not look like anyone from the public would like to comment at this time.
All right. So then let's close the public comment hearing.
This is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
Ryan Caholen, I'll second.
And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace.
Aye.
Ryan Caholen.
Aye.
Wendy Shuck.
Aye.
And Beth McCarthy. Aye. So now we need a motion to accept this project for 51st Way.
Okay. This is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for Margaret and Frank Andriaskis, 50 First Way, Barnstable, map 301, parcel 046. New build with one modification to put the panels on the front of the house in landscape layout, otherwise as submitted.
Ryan Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace.
Aye.
Ryan Caholen.
Aye.
Wendy Shuck.
Aye.
And Beth McCarthy. Aye. So thank you very much. And
Thank you.
happy solar installation.
Thank you.
All righty.
Bye.
So our next application is for 66 Marston's Lane for James Walsh. And it's 66 Marston's Lane, Barnstable, map 350, parcel 011/002, built in 1986, and to construct an addition and renovate the existing single-family dwelling. And we need to open a public hearing for this application.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Ryan Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace.
Aye.
Ryan Caholen.
Aye.
Wendy Shuck.
Aye.
And Beth McCarthy. Aye. So is the applicant or their representative available?
Yes, Thomas Moore from Moore Home Design Company, representing James Walsh at 66 Marston's Lane. And we're looking to add on to this existing house and renovate and remodel the existing house. As you can see from the pictures, the existing house has a texture 111 type of a siding, or a vertical board type of a siding. We're looking to cover that up. On the front that will face Marston's Lane, will be clapboarded, and the rest of it will be shingled. And then we're looking to put a bedroom addition along with a garage to the left of that building, so that we can increase the size of it. And the homeowners have just recently purchased it, and are looking to make this their permanent home. So they were looking to expand it. We've got clapboards on the front, which will be white. We're looking for an asphalt roof, which will be a weathered wood. Will be all new trim, which will be white. The windows are 6/1 type of windows. Around the other three sides would be white cedar shingles. There's a screen porch on the back side. The windows will be Anderson windows. They're 6/1 lights, which would be a simulated true divided light. And we'd be happy to answer any questions for you.
All right. Leslie.
Okay. Now, all right. The middle section, that's a porch.
Yes.
Okay. Up above the right-hand side, up above, that's where the like a little walkout deck is,
That's correct.
and it's gonna have the white fencing.
You won't see it from the front. It'll be something that'll
Oh,
be
okay,
seen
okay,
from the rear. So we're
okay,
gonna the
all right,
the porch roof is gonna cover it up.
okay, okay, okay. Um, okay, can I see the front again?
So the only thing you might see is just a top handrail.
Yeah,
So
that's what
top
it
piece of
looks
trim.
like there, so I wasn't sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, okay. And the right hand side is the garage.
Well, and you're looking at the front elevation, the right-hand side is the existing house, which
Oh, okay.
which we're
So the
changing.
left hand side is the
The
garage.
left-hand side is the
Yeah,
garage. Yes,
okay,
correct.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I got it now. All right. So the original is on the right hand side. Then you've got the two additions.
That's correct.
Okay, all right, okay. What's the square footage when all's said and done?
Um, I don't think you're that great as far as the overall square footage. It might be a couple thousand square feet because it's a relatively small, not even that. It's a small footprint. So I'd say you're looking at probably around 2,000 square feet of livable, habitable space.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'm just looking at the roof line. Uh, well, I'm curious to see what other people think. So I mean, I really have no objection to anything except the roof. So I'm curious to see what others have to say.
All right. Thank you, Leslie. Ryan.
First off, I think doing anything to the existing will be helpful. So thank you for that. Um, I mean that with peace and love. But I think that Leslie, I think you're right. I think the roof on the front elevation needs something. Any consideration for a dormer on that new garage on the far left? Something to break that just roof up across the board.
Yeah, we have talked about that. That could be a possibility.
Yeah, I think something to break that up would be very helpful. I'll go back to the reality of that neighborhood, though. It's a very
Eclectic.
yeah, it's a plethora of different designs, as most evidenced by what you're trying to change.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm indifferent. Personally, though, I think if you were to break up that roof, particularly on the new construction, I think that would go a long way in really adding a little bit of wow factor to it.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's all I have beyond that. I think it's appropriate.
All right. Thank you, Ryan. Wendy.
Yeah, a couple things. So I agree with Leslie on that middle section. Like that roof line to me just looks very odd. I I, I don't know. It just strikes me as strange looking, kind of having like that gap in it. I don't think is like aesthetically that pleasing to look at. I agree. It looks long, but it is a small house. So, I think the sketch maybe makes it appear long. But the other thing is like the elevation, like that dark line under this picture. So the garage will be sitting lower than the house. Is that correct? It looks like it kind of starts sloping
Yeah, because
down when you
the
go from the house down, right?
the grade does slope to the left.
Yeah, yeah. And what's the height difference, if there is one, between the garage and the house?
There isn't one. They're
They're the
pretty much the
same?
same. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So it's just the slope of the land that, okay.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and for me it's the middle section. I would like to see something different done with that roof line. It just looks odd to me. I don't know what else to say. I think everything else, I think the materials are great, the clapboards, and will it be painted white in the front?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. And the
Yeah.
shingles and the materials and the windows, I think are all appropriate for that neighborhood, but that roof line is
Yeah. Part
just
of
kind of your eye just gets drawn right there because it's
Yeah.
so asymmetrical. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the main reason for that is for there's a bedroom on that side of the house, and that it was for egress because there's no other windows other than maybe there's no other windows in that room. So I needed an egress type of a window. So that was our a thought to try to get some type of an egress out of that room. So. And there was a desire for the homeowners to have a little balcony for himself to go up and either look out over towards the golf course or look out over his wife will have some horses in the backyard, so to look out to the backyard. So that was the kind of the idea behind that, was to give us somewhat of a give us an egress out of that bedroom.
Is it required to have an egress out of that room?
Yes, for a bedroom. I need either an egress window or an egress door, some way to get out, and it's a certain size is required for that. So that's the whole reason for that little balcony and the change in that roof line there.
Can the roof line be lifted a bit and put like two dormers there?
Two dormers on the front of the building, or
Yeah, on the front.
Yeah, like a doghouse dormer, two of them.
Yeah, yeah,
Unfortunately, the second floor, it has a little bit of like a 18-inch high knee wall there. So I wouldn't want to put a dormer I wouldn't be able to put a dormer on the front to get an egress type of a window up because it would have to be kind of flush with the wall below, which in just putting one there, I didn't feel that would be appropriate there. So that's why we had come up with this option, as far as the only type of dormer that I could put I think on the front of this is what we put on the rear, which is kind of a smaller Nantucket type of a dormer that you refer to with awning type of windows, and those type of windows would
yeah.
not.
Can you move it up so I can see? Okay, I don't see the dormers.
It's on the rear elevation over.
Okay.
Yeah, we lived it up.
Yeah.
I can't
Well,
do
yeah,
those type of windows would not meet an egress code.
yeah. But that would kind of break up the look and add, some, I don't know, excitement, energy, whatever you want to call it. So when you're looking at it, it has some kind of interest. There's something about that middle section that, no offense, is a turn off.
Well, I could, yeah,
This is Bette McCarthy. I'd like to talk about the middle section, and when I look at it, if you would show us the front again. All right, the door is squeezed right over to the edge, and then those two windows, they are not centered in between those two columns. Is that possible to center that and move it? I think that would make an improvement there.
And move the door?
Move the door slightly to the left and move those two windows slightly to the left as well.
Yep.
I'd have to take a look at the floor plan.
And what about putting two of those little windows together? Could you put a second window there? And it would break it up more.
I think we could, certainly, because those two windows are in a bedroom, and I think they were probably centered in the bedroom itself.
Oh.
Doesn't mean that I might not be able to slide them one way or the other a little bit, just to center them in that space.
Right. And I think that will take your eye off the roof. But you see a lot of porches with the roof coming out at a different angle than the actual kind of a cape style roof. So, and then the other thing are the windows in the garage the same size as the windows in the house, or are they smaller?
They're slightly smaller.
Okay.
The same width, just not as long.
All right.
Yeah, I could certainly take a look at, sliding those double windows so that they may be centered in those in between those posts.
And that would be more symmetrical, and I think
Yeah, and the door moves over.
Yeah.
We could probably move the door a little bit also.
Yes. Because it's right up against there. And I think that would be a big improvement on it. And the other thing is, there is a lot of vegetation along the road too, and in front of the house there. So, but I think with those slight modifications, I think it would be, it would improve it.
We could certainly do that, and to potentially for Ryan's comment in regards to a dormer over the garage. Yeah, I would consider the dormer at the garage a similar dormer that's on the rear of the house that if we did something like that on the front of the garage, that would kind of break up that front line.
Yes, I think that would help it as well.
Yeah.
So slide the door slightly over, move the two middle windows over, and put a dormer on the garage.
I think we could do that.
Okay.
Right.
Is everybody comfortable with that change?
I am.
Yeah, I'd like to see it again. I'd like to see it continued and see another set of plans myself. That's a lot of changes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see it too, but you're on the right road.
Agreed.
All right. Well, our next meeting is
if I threw out this option, if I just continue as a simplicity, if I just continued that roof line over straight and adjusted the windows down below, would that satisfy the committee? So just one continuous roof line across the front.
I'd be good with that.
This is Bette McCarthy. I would be all right with that. Yeah.
Me too. Maybe that's what it's throwing. It's like a void. You know what I mean? I think that would help.
Right.
I still feel like that's an awful lot of roof.
Yeah, it's going to be. That's why I thought maybe the dormers there would be good. Those little dormers.
Tom, what's the width of this whole new construction? Because I sort of feel, because it's such a tiny house, it's not very big.
No.
And I don't know if like the sketch just makes it look longer. I don't know.
Well, lengthwise, it's, the garage is 26. The section in between, I believe, is either pretty close to that or just slightly longer. And then I've got the house itself which I'd have to take a look at that floor plan that we have in front of us. Bear with me for a second while I find my glasses. So
we can all relate to that. Unfortunately.
Yeah, so I got 26, 28, and 26. So that's 52, 72, 80 feet long. So the addition is 54 feet altogether, lengthwise.
Yeah.
Which, yes, it is a smaller. The existing house is small, But I know that in that area, there's a lot of houses that are certainly at least this length.
Yeah,
And this,
yeah,
we're changing a house that's not very attractive into, I think, a nice little, at least an updated look, so that it looks more like a 3/4 cape with an
Yeah.
addition onto it. So,
right. Yeah, we got a lot of ranches in that area that are pretty long
Right.
and rambling.
so
Right.
if
Well,
the simplest thing for me, if I could, if we could agree to just extend that roof line so that it doesn't have that drop in it, and I'll figure out what I need to do as far as an egress door or a window out of that bedroom.
Okay. And then are we gonna still like center the door and do the window thing in the center section there?
I can shift the windows a little bit.
Okay,
The door, I could move that a little bit to the left. So I don't think I could get it centered in between
yeah,
those two columns, but I could move it to the left a little bit.
okay. And would you separate those two windows or do they stay the same and just be centered?
They would just be centered, so
Okay,
stay
okay.
the same.
All right. I'm okay with that. I don't know how the others feel, but
okay. All right. I think we've reached a consensus. So why don't we see if there's any members of the public wishing to make any comments?
Chair, this is Erica Brown. I do not see anyone wishing to make comment at this time.
All right. So let's have a motion with those changes that we've discussed and agreed with the designer.
okay, we need to close the hearing, right?
Yes, we'll do
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yep, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
Ryan Cahoven, second.
And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
and Beth McCarthy, aye. All right.
Okay, let's see if I can get this right with the changes. This is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for James Walsh, 66 Marston's Lane, Barnstable, map 350, parcel 011/002, built 1986 with the following modifications to the center part of the building in the addition, the center addition, is to close the gap in the roof, to move the door as close to center as possible, and to center the double windows in that section, otherwise as submitted.
Ryan Cahoven, I second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
and Beth McCarthy, aye. All right. Thank you. I'm glad
Thank you.
we are able to reach a consensus on this.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Our next application is for Osterville Chase LLC, 97 Oakmont Road, Lot 1, Barnstable, map 349, parcel 012, vacant land. Construct a new 4-bedroom cape with attached 2-car garage and an in-ground pool. So we need to open a public hearing.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Ryan Cahoven, I'll second.
Thank you, Ryan. And roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
Beth McCarthy, aye. All right. Is the applicant available to discuss the new home on 97 Oakmont? Erica, are they muted?
Yes, I believe so. David, you're representing 97, right? No, I think somebody's muted. Two seconds.
There, can you hear me?
Yes.
There we go.
Okay. All right. Would you discuss
Yes, good evening.
this
I'm
home?
David Perella. We purchased this parcel about 2 months ago, and we're looking to build a new home. It'll be about the elevation of the house be about 12 feet above Oakmont Road. So it'll be this is the view. The front elevation is really what you'll see, and maybe see a piece of the garage doors. It's very Cape style house, architectural roof shingles, Georgetown grade. The front clapboards would be light blue, which I submitted a sample. The shingles, the shutters would be black, as well as the front doors. The garage doors would be white. Anderson windows, cupola on the garage. There's no light in the cupola. I don't know what else I can tell you. The rest of the sidewall is natural cedar shingles. We're going to leave the shingles to weather, and the trim is all white as well. Okay. I guess any other questions?
All right. Let's see. Ryan, would you like to discuss this?
I don't think I really have a whole lot. I mean, you're a golf ball's drive away from being outside the district anyway. Set way far back. I think the design is appropriate.
Okay. All right. Wendy.
Yeah, what's the square footage of the house?
The footprint of the house is 2,600 square feet.
Okay.
And the total square footage of the house is 3,400 square feet, including the second floor.
Okay. And how far did you say it would be set back from the road? Approximately.
If we look at the site plan here, it does have the dimension is 70.3 feet from the plus the setback on the road, so it's probably about 80 feet from the asphalt surface.
Okay. Got it. And is this an acre lot?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think I think the house is appropriate for the neighborhood. I think the materials are appropriate. Erica, do we have the paint sample in here? I didn't see the.
This is it here. This gray.
Oh, okay.
It's light. It's called light mist.
Okay, gotcha. Black shutters, white trim, appropriate.
Yes.
Will there be landscaping around the home eventually?
Yes, there'll be arborvitaes, and the front will have hydrangeas. I mean, there's a little bit of lawn area that's identified on the plan here.
Okay. And then you have a pool in the back, and there'll be a fence around the pool, I presume?
The fencing, none of this would be visible from the public way, but it would be, this is a partially black vinyl chain link, and then an aluminum black picket fence.
Okay, yeah. As you said, it won't be it won't be visible from the road. So, yeah, I don't have any exceptions or concerns, Bet.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Leslie.
I like it, no concerns.
All right, thank you. That was quick. And this is Bet. I think the house is very well designed and set back, and I do not have any issues. And I the committee has made good suggestions and so forth. So let's see if there are any members of the public wishing to discuss this.
Chair, this is Erica Brown. I do not see anyone from the public wishing to comment on it at this time.
Okay, well then let's close the public hearing portion.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
Ryan Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen, Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
and Beth McCarthy, aye. So now we need a motion for the application.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for Chase Osterville LLC, 97 Oakmont Road, lot number 1, Barnstable, map 349, parcel 012, vacant land as submitted.
Ryan Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
I was stuck on mute. Aye.
oh, okay. Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
Beth McCarthy, aye. All right. So that application is approved.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Our next application is for Cobb Trust, 85 Oakmont Road, Barnstable, map 349, parcel 012/003. And this is vacant land. And it's to construct a new 5-bedroom house with a pool and a shed. So we need to open a public hearing for this application.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Ryan Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
and Beth McCarthy, aye. So is the applicant for 85 Oakman available?
Yes, hello there.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Hi. Yes, my name is Ray Caterino. We're going to be proposing to build that house there. And it's got pretty much a new build. It's 3,700 square feet. And the house is set back approximately 250 feet off of Oakmont, give or take. So I don't see any portion of this house being seen from the roadway. And we have Anderson windows, 6/1. There's SBC shingles for siding, seashell gray, white, and AZAC on the siding. Got architectural shingles for the roof. If you have any questions, please let me know.
All right. Let's see. Leslie?
Let's see. So this is what it's gonna look like in the gray and all that. That's what
Yeah, I
I'm looking
built
at.
that house. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Before, so I wanted to show you the board what it's going to
Yeah.
look like at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing that's kind of throwing me off, but maybe it's just me, are the 3 windows over the garage. I don't know if it should be 2 like big I don't know. Other than that, I'm okay with it. I'll be curious to see if anyone else is bothered by that.
All right. Wendy?
Yeah, just a couple questions. So will this home have the mixed siding like we see in this picture? Like we've got.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing maybe a board and batten on the front there with the AZAC painted white, and then the rest clapboard front.
Okay, that's unusual. Not necessarily inappropriate, but it's just unusual. I'm actually okay with the windows. I would the garage doors with those little tiny windows in there. it just seems like in my view, like a little out of proportion or something. I feel like those garage
Mhm.
doors should have
Yeah.
a larger window or in there. Just aesthetically. That would be one comment. Um, and then if we could scroll down a little bit, Erica, to the shed. I think the shed is more like a
Oh,
barn.
that's a garage. That's a ADU that I was building. So that you could disregard. That's not a
Oh,
shed.
okay.
That's a garage.
So
But the shed would be built out of the same materials as the house. That's what I was trying to portray there.
okay, gotcha. Say
Yeah.
that's the biggest shed I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And so there'd be a pool in the back as well. Is that correct? On,
Yes.
on this home? And this is what, a 2 acre lot, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
It's a
And
bigger
it's
lot than that.
approximately.
Yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead. I interrupted, sorry.
No, that's fine. No, yeah, it's just around 2 acres total for square foot.
Okay, all right. And what did you say the setback from the road was? Like 200
It,
something feet?
it's 250
Yeah,
approximately
okay.
to the town road, so probably 260 from the pavement.
Oh, okay. All right, that's a pretty good setback. Um, yeah, and landscaping, you'll be doing some landscaping
Yeah,
around the home? Yeah,
yes, arborvitae's and some plantings. They'll do some nice paver walkways,
okay, great.
some cobblestone. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's appropriate for the area. No concerns, Bet.
Okay, thank you. Ryan?
I think my other concern is the first set of plans that was on the screen doesn't list this address, lists a different address.
Yes, I've since corrected that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, aside from that, again, you are a good chip shot away from being outside the district. You are several steps off the road. I think it's appropriate.
Okay. All right. So we have Wendy, Leslie, Ryan, and Bet is do not have any additional comments. I think the design is appropriate, especially for that golf course neighborhood. There's a lot of different designs back in there, and it's way off the road. So let's see if there are any members of the public wishing to comment.
This is Erica Brown. There is no one from the public wishing to comment at this time.
Okay, so we'll close the public hearing.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
Brian Cahola, I'll second.
Thank you, and a roll call vote on that. Leslie Wallace.
Aye.
Ryan Caholan.
Aye.
Wendy Shuck.
Aye.
And Bet McCarthy. Aye. So now we need a motion for the new build.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for Cobb Trust, 85 Oakmont Road, Barnstable, map 349, parcel 012/003, vacant land as submitted.
Ryan Cahola, I'll second.
Thank you, Ryan. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace.
Aye.
Ryan Caholan.
Aye.
Wendy Shuck.
Aye.
And Bet McCarthy. Aye. All right. Thank you. Good luck with your build.
Thank you very much. Have a great night.
Now we have another application for Danielle and Jeffrey Hamill, trustees, 71 Sunset Lane, Barnstable, map 301, parcel 024, and it was built in 2009. And it is to demo an 8x14 rotted first floor addition and replace it with an 8x14 two-floor addition with the exact same footprint, and to remove the rear door and to reside to match existing, and to replace the slider doors in the rear. So we need to open a public hearing for 71 Sunset.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Ryan Caholen, I'll second.
And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
and Bette McCarthy, aye. So is the applicant available?
Hello, Jeff Venuti with 71 Sunset Lane, the Hamel residence.
Hi, Jeff.
This is, you want me to start here?
Yep.
This is the street view. If you look to the right, you'll see, there's the 14 by 8. 3-season room that is on Bigfoot's, and it's been I don't the house is a great build, but that particular sunroom is rotting, and I sent in some pictures. Yeah, there they are right there. So they're looking to improve the project and to go up 2 stories. We're going to put a 4-foot foundation in for the wind, so it's not coming in underneath there. It's going to be all seasons, going to have heat. It's actually going to be office space. Both homeowners, Danielle and Jeff, travel and work remotely a great deal, and this will be their primary residence in the next 2-3 years. They're moving back from California back to the Cape permanently. So they're trying to accommodate their needs. All the windows will match the existing windows, which are Anderson A series, and they're 6/1s. The roof line and it will be architectural tying into the existing roof, which actually needs to be changed because it's like a 3-tab and the lifespan is another 10 years and it's done. So that will be all changed. In regards to the sliders out front, there's a lot of wind down there. On the north side is where the 2 big doors are, and they're facing the harbor inlet and Sandy Neck Beach. And the wind is constantly howling there. So they've seen better days. A couple of them doesn't want to, the ones upstairs in the bedrooms have trouble opening, and the ones downstairs have trouble sliding. So there's new and better, more material. Still in the same line of Anderson that is compatible with the A series windows, so everything looks the same. And the sidewall that's on there is existing. It's cedar shingles, natural. The trim is all white, and that's what's going to be replaced with. And I guess that's all I have right there for you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Do we have comments on this? Ryan, would you like to discuss this?
Yeah, I mean, I think what's being proposed is reasonable. I'm kind of shocked to see the amount of rot there, but understand why I want to remedy it. No, I think what's laid out here is appropriate.
Beautiful.
Okay. Wendy, would you like to discuss this?
Yes, I agree with Ryan. I think the materials, fit nicely with, the rest of the structure. The design certainly is appropriate for the neighborhood because there's a lot of different designs down there. So I don't take any exception. I think
All right.
it's good.
And Leslie.
I'm familiar with this house. It's a narrow lot. Offhand, how many feet is the new addition from your lot line?
It's 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is right now. Nothing's changing in the footprint.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
nothing.
gotcha. Okay, all right. Because I know it's kind of narrow, but boy, what a view.
Yeah, that's a great house. They bought it in February.
I looked at it. It's a beautiful house. Very, very nice. And I think that's appropriate because it's an eclectic neighborhood.
All right. I think that Beth McCarthy to make comments. I do not have anything to add other than what the committee has suggested. I think is appropriate. So let's see if there's any member of the public wishing to discuss this.
Chair, this is Erica Brown. I do not see anyone from the public wishing to make comment at this time. I do want to acknowledge that 2 public comment letters were submitted from Anthony DeSineski, which I had sent out to the committee prior to the meeting.
Okay. All right. So we can then close the public hearing section.
Yep, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
Brian Caholen, second.
And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace.
Aye.
Brian Caholen.
Aye.
Wendy Shuck.
Aye.
And Beth McCarthy, aye. And now we need a motion to approve the application.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for Jeffrey and Danielle Hamill, trustees, 71 Sunset Lane, Barnstable, map 301, parcel 024, built in 2009 as submitted.
Brian Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace.
Aye.
Brian Caholen.
Aye.
Wendy Shuck.
Aye.
And Beth McCarthy, aye. All right. So renovations approved.
Thank you.
All right. Our next application is for Kristen and Stephen Remoulade, 52 Salton Point, Barnstable, map 280, parcel 027, and built in 1962. And they want to construct a 16 by 18 kitchen addition and a 9 by 19 bathroom and closet addition, and to raise the roof on the garage and add 2 dormers, and to change the windows and add a 4-foot by 7 portico. So we need to open a public hearing.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open a public hearing.
Brian Caholen, second.
And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace.
Aye.
Brian Caholen.
Aye.
Wendy Shuck.
Aye.
And Beth McCarthy, aye. So are the owners or their representative available to discuss?
Yes, Ann McNevich, representative and designer.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Ann, would you
So here,
this change?
okay, so we are adding a front portico on the front of the house, changing the roof line on the garage and adding the 2 dormers. And then on the left-hand side of the house, we're adding a 9 by 19 bathroom addition, bathroom and closet addition. A 14 by 16 kitchen addition is in the rear, which you do not see. All materials will be as the existing house is: red cedar roof, white cedar shingles on the sides, white trim. And we are changing 1 window on the front, which is to the right of the front door, to match the windows that are on the left-hand side. Presently, there's a shorter window because the kitchen is there. We're moving the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you bump it up?
Excuse me?
I was talking to Erica. Can you bump the front of the house? Okay. Yeah.
That's the rear.
Yeah, I want the front. We have it, I know.
Nope.
Yeah.
we are.
There it is. There you
Okay.
have it.
Now, what window were you talking about?
To the right of the front door.
Okay, it's gone again.
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go. Sorry, I couldn't get the whole front on the on the drawing. The this job kept expanding.
Yeah.
We did this in 3 stages. But presently, the window to the right of the front door is a much shorter window, and it looks odd. So
Yeah.
that's a kitchen area. We're taking the kitchen out of that area, and then we'll put in a window that will match the other 2.
And can you center it a little bit?
It is basically centered on the room. There's a stairway in the way if I go any
Oh,
further
okay.
to the front door.
All right. And okay, move over to the right. And okay, in that little middle section, it's
Yeah.
windows, and then I can't really see what that is.
So that's a door. That's a door right now.
Yeah.
And we're going to raise that door up 6 inches. Because you step into that room and then you have to step up to the rest of the house. We're going to
Oh,
put
okay.
that
Yeah.
room equal.
But what about the 3 windows on the side there? Are those windows up above, or I can't really see what they are?
Which
They-
windows?
Those
Yeah,
are
that.
Oh, those are
existing.
transoms. Those are existing.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
that's all existing.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Any other comments, Leslie? No?
No, no.
Okay. All right, Ryan?
I don't think I have any other comments besides what Leslie raised up. I, as always, commend the hand-drawn elevations, and I think it's appropriate.
All right. Thank you. Wendy?
Yeah, it's an interesting house. There's a lot going on there, and it is, it's got a lot of length to it, but because there are some vertical elements to it, I think it kind of detracts, from the length of the home. So, I think, the materials are appropriate. I think what's proposed here blends in nicely with the rest of the house. Just one question on the garage. So there's a little dormer on the garage right now, right?
Correct, but that's a very low pitched roof.
Yeah.
And the owner wants to have an office up there, so we're raising that up. So I'll steepen the roof so that I can get dormers where you can actually stand up. The dormer that's presently there is only like 7 feet off of,
Yeah.
and it's too small. We're also adding that overhang over the garage doors.
Okay. And so will the height of the garage be the same as the height of the highest point on the house? Or will it be higher?
To the main part of the house, but not all the sections in
Yeah,
between.
yeah, but the main part, well,
Yeah,
okay.
and it's angled too. The garage is
Yes.
angled, so you don't
Yep.
see it straight on. So
Yep.
that softens the whole view.
Yep, I would agree. I would agree. So I don't have any concerns. I think the proposed changes are appropriate and will blend in nicely with the rest of the house and the neighborhood.
All right. Thank you, Wendy. And this is Bette McCarthy, and I consider all of the changes appropriate. I think it's a tough lot, a strange configuration, and it makes it difficult. And I commend the architect to have done a nice job putting these additions on. So I don't have any other comments. So let's see if there are any members of the public wishing to make any comments.
Chair, this is Erica Brown. I do not see anyone from the public wishing to make comment at this time.
All right. So we can close the public hearing portion.
Yep, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
Ryan Gaholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace.
Aye.
Ryan Caholen.
Aye.
Wendy Shuck.
Aye.
And Bette McCarthy, aye. So now we need a motion to accept the application
Okay, this
for
is Wendy
52
Shuck.
Salton Point.
Yep, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for Stephen and Kristen Rimillard, 52 Salton Point, Barnstable, map 280, parcel 027, built 1962 as submitted.
Ryan Gaholen, second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace.
Aye.
Ryan Caholen.
Aye.
Wendy Shuck.
Aye.
And Bette McCarthy, aye. So we're all set for Salton Point.
Thank you so much. And Ryan, we'll miss you.
I
Oh,
know.
thank you. And luckily, I'm always around.
Good night, and thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Our next and last application for this evening is for the Christian congregation in the U.S., and it's for 49 John Mackey Road, West Barnstable, map 217, parcel 020/004, and built in 2000, and to renovation of the existing front and rear decks, maintaining the same dimensions and footprints, just renovating the materials. So we need to open a public hearing.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open a public hearing.
And second, and a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace.
Aye.
Ryan Caholen.
Aye.
Wendy Shuck.
Aye.
And Bette McCarthy, aye. So is the applicant available?
Yes.
Okay.
We're not changing anything as far as obviously structural goes. We're basically just refinishing it.
All right. And the materials?
It's gonna be a composite finish. It's a slate gray. I dropped off some of the material at the town. I don't have it the exact color in front of me. I thought it would be somewhere here on these plans. That's Timber Tech railing. Okay, so
All right.
Castlegate, that's the
So everything's remaining the same. It's just repairing and replacing.
yeah, we're refinishing it with a different material, which is
Okay. All right. Leslie?
Is the PVC going to be in the front porch?
correct.
Well, you're off the street, so you're not on 6A.
No, yeah, we're very far from 6A. It's like the last building on the left of John Mackey.
Yeah. I don't know. We usually try to kind of stay away from the PVC, but it's just for the like the railing all around the deck porch.
Yeah, yeah. It's a small piece. It's not very big.
Yeah. You don't have a picture of what it will look like, you know.
I don't.
Okay. Well, that's my only problem, and I wish I could see what it would look like. I mean, is it railings and like caps and see, I don't know what it looks like.
Yeah, it's like a regular railing white, right, with caps on top and skirts.
Okay, well, let me see what others have to say.
All right. Ryan, would you comment?
Sure. I think I like Leslie. I'd like to see what the actual railing looks like. However, on the other hand, you have to be going to that location with a purpose. It's very much off of the main road, so I could probably come to a vote that it's appropriate. I just don't know what it is. Is it round? Is it scalloped? Is it, what do the caps look like? I think I'd like to understand what that looks like.
Yeah, the railings are gonna be white. The floor, which is timber tech, it's gonna be like a grayish look.
Oh, okay.
So so the actual decking is going to be like an AZEK material.
Yeah, composite.
Yeah, I mean, my back deck is actually with a PVC railing. Of course, it's not visible from the street.
Mhm.
You know, if it was something like what I have, I'd probably be okay with it. I just don't know what you're proposing, the actual railing.
Yeah, the PVC railings are all pretty much the same. If you have a white railing, which is PVC, it's there can be many different variations of them.
Now, would you paint it or just leave it?
No, it's not made to be painted. It's
Oh,
gonna
okay.
be just
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything beyond what we talked about. Thank you.
thank you.
All right. Wendy?
Yeah, I'm just not inclined to approve this if I can't see a picture of it. I mean, I just feel like we're not doing our job right. We have to base these things on what they look like, and we don't know what it looks like. So I mean, I can't, personally, I can't approve it because I don't know what it looks like.
Wendy, if I may,
Mm-hmm.
um, I understand your concern. Obviously, it would been better if we could had a picture there. But with that being said, it's pretty. I'm sure you've seen something similar to this, white railings and a gray finish. It's probably the most popular color on the deck that there is. I would just ask you to reconsider not approving this. This is for a church. We're doing this as like a favor for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say I would just ask again if you could reconsider and approve. This is a property that's pretty hidden, and it's not gonna have a big impact on anything historic, I would say. So just something to keep in mind.
Okay. This is Bat. Do you have a picture of what's existing there now?
Um, I don't have it like that. I could upload it here now for you guys to see. But it's a now it's a deck that's a pressure treated finish. The reason why we're changing it is so there's no maintenance for church, so there's
Okay.
less maintenance.
Could we maybe continue this to get a little bit more information and some pictures?
Yeah.
Is anybody objecting to it? I'm curious to see.
Yeah, on the committee, do you mean, Bet?
No,
You mean-
no, the
Oh,
public.
Public.
oh.
Um,
This is Erica Brown. I don't see anyone wishing to make
no.
comment at this time on
No.
it, and no letters were submitted for this project.
When I went to look at it, it looked like the existing stairs and deck are gray, and then the railing was white. So
Hello?
that's
I'm sorry. This is Kim Catalano from 75 John Mackey. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
I I just would wish I'm a neighbor, a direct abutter. And there's been some issues over the last 5 years, and I wish you would do a little bit more research and at least check out things with the Kingsway and what it has been done in the past and whether they've lived up to their part of the past decisions. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep. I
Yeah,
remember the driveway.
What?
I remember the driveway.
We've had some other things too. I apologize. It's been about a 5-year event. And I'm not trying to don't know what they're doing, but to just say I don't know, I don't trust them to do what they're saying they're gonna do when they haven't done what they were supposed to do in the past. And this is minimal.
Everything that we say we're gonna do is recorded on the plans, so there's no need to trust what we're saying we're gonna do. It's in the plans. So there's nothing like there's no trust issue here. We're gonna do whatever is said to be done on the plans that were provided to you guys.
But things in the, okay. I I just have trust issues with the church, unfortunately, with different things that have gone on. And I don't know if they're going to build larger decks. We've had other issues with lighting and their landscaping that they were supposed to. It's been a long term thing, and I
Yeah,
just
yeah, I understand your concerns, and I think they're valuable. But I understand where you're coming from. But there's no way we can make anything larger or different than what we're proposing here on the plan that we're showing.
but
The
you didn't.
only the only issue here, I understand, is that we don't have a picture, to show what it'll look like, but it's gonna be exactly what we're proposing.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
pretty much
you're
the same.
just showing us a top-down picture. You're not
Yeah.
showing us a photo of what it will look like from the side. And I think that's what the committee is looking for.
Yeah, if you had even a cut sheet for the actual railing, I think we would be comfortable with, voting in the affirmative, but you don't even have that.
Okay, so what do you guys need from us?
Well, maybe we should, you could get the information and we'll kick it to the next meeting and agenda. And you'll
Which will,
have now you know what we need.
which will be?
Yeah,
When will that be?
we can move it to our meeting on December 10th.
So what do you guys need from us? A picture? Just a picture?
Yes,
Well, maybe
of the material
what
and
yeah.
what it would look like.
Yeah, I'd like to see an actual cut sheet for the handrail, for the actual railing. If it's manufactured, the manufacturer is going to have a cut sheet. It's going to give a dimension, going to give a side view, a profile. I think that's what I know. That's what I'd like to see.
Okay.
So a picture of the handrail and some measurements, what it will look like of the handrail and the actual flooring.
Right.
Right. And a photo of, this isn't mandatory, but a photo of what's there now would also be helpful, right?
Yeah.
So we can see of what you have today and what you're proposing. That would be very helpful as well.
All right.
This is Erica Brown. Real quick, Wendy. If I show you the photo on the assessor's card, can you just confirm whether or not that's okay? Because then I can just add it right into the application for him. So just share it real quick.
Oh, okay.
Since it's on the assessor's card. And that was taken March 11th, 2025.
Okay. Right. Is there one on the back?
Now.
Yeah, and there's one on the back too, I think.
Yeah, it's on the north side, I think.
Yeah.
Let me see if we have I don't think we have the side view, so that would be the only thing I would need. It doesn't appear that I have the side view with the other
but
doorway.
that's a good photo. That would work for that particular stairway.
Okay.
Thank you, Erica.
No problem.
So it's going to be the same size, both decks, as what's there now. No bigger, no smaller.
Same size, yes.
Okay. Can I see the front? But this is the one that's there already.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm confused a bit.
No, this is for his next submission. We were just saying it would be
Oh,
helpful.
that's what it's going to look like?
Well, that's what to have a before and after. So this is what it looks like now versus what he's going to propose. Yeah.
It's gonna look literally the same, just it's a different finish.
Okay.
But yeah.
So correct me if I'm wrong, is it going to look exactly the way it is now?
Yes, it's the same look, but now it's pressure treated, so meaning you have to be painting every few years. We're gonna change it to like a plastic material, right? PVC railing, composite flooring.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna be slightly different, the flooring, like the color is gonna be a grayish Obviously, it's different than painted, but very similar.
All right. All right, committee members. Are you okay with seeing this photo and having the material, having it the same size, but having a material change?
I'm not.
Wendy,
No, I'm not.
Wendy, are you okay
No,
with that? You're
no,
not.
I want to see samples.
Okay. Ryan?
I think on a principle, a cut sheet for the handrail would be totally reasonable to expect with the submittal. So I'd like to see the actual cut sheet.
Okay. All right. So I think in that case, we need to continue this application for our next meeting.
Okay.
We would not have be able to have a vote then.
Yeah.
And especially a neighborly concern, that always bothers me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Will you come back to us on the 10th of December, showing us the materials and what this will look like when it's completed?
Okay.
Okay. So we keep the public hearing open? Like that?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to continue the certificate of appropriateness application for Christian Congregation in the U.S., 49 John Mackey Road, West Barnstable, map 217, parcel 020/004, built 2000, to the Zoom meeting to be held on December 10th, 2025.
Ryan Caholen, second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace.
Aye.
Ryan Caholen.
Aye.
Wendy Shuck.
Aye.
And Bette McCarthy, aye. All right. So thank you. And we look forward to having you come back with the information that the committee is requesting. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
That concludes the application for this evening. We do not have any minor modifications or extensions. Under other, we have a change in the one of the meetings for 2026, and that's to change the November 11th meeting to the 18th due to the Veterans Day holiday. And then a reminder about the election, and it will take place Tuesday, November 25th. Normally, it's the fourth Tuesday, and this is before Thanksgiving because of the way the holiday is going to fall.
Okay.
So that will be at the Barnstable West Barnstable Elementary School from 7 to 8 p.m. And then we will perhaps have minutes at that point. And our next meeting would be December 10th, 2025, and January 14th, 2026. So I do not see anything else to discuss for this evening. Therefore, we should get a vote to adjourn.
Okay. This is Wendy Shuck, and I move to adjourn today's meeting Wednesday, November 12th, 2025.
Ryan Caholen, I'll second.
And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace.
Aye.
Ryan Caholen.
Aye.
Wendy Shuck.
Aye.
Bette McCarthy. Aye. Erica Brown.